Hello, Not Manly here. Welcome back to episode 30 of Kerbal Space Program. This is the KSP 1.5.1 version of the Gilly Amusements craft, but it has been rechristened the Eve Triple Rescue. We have a much smaller tank aboard there because we have 3 purples to rescue from low Eve orbit. Now, I really overcooked the gravity turn here and I'm a little worried, so I start pitching up trying to save this craft. I'm a little worried there. Already the other stages are coming apart there, but hopefully we can get this thing up. We have a lot way to go here. As I get closer and closer to space though, and I'm barely able to get my time to AP increasing again, the nose cone starts to overheat and I lose the nose cone and the Probodobodine HECS. Fortunately, in that cargo bay is a Probodobodine Rove mate and a fly-by-wire hub, so we still have full command of this craft, and we don't need the nose cone to bring back our rescuees to Eve's surface. So fortunately, we'll be able to complete our rescue anyways. We have to do this rescue before I can migrate this save to Alien Space Program's 1.5.1 because Eve's atmosphere is an additional 5 kilometers higher than before, and some of these rescuees, their periapsis dips below 60 kilometers, so we need to pick these guys up before we can migrate this save over, or we'll have no chance bringing these guys back. Let's see if I can recreate Matt Lowndes' Blunderbirds series with this rescue craft. Now, with being a much lighter craft, that upper stage actually makes it all the way to Eve Apoapsis. The top stage only has 1.5 kilometers per second, but we're not trying to go to Gilly on this trip. It might be able to fly by Gilly, but that'd be it. It wouldn't be able to capture a Gilly, even at Apoapsis. And as you can see, I have the extended burn time option enabled in Kerbal Space Program 1.5, in addition to having Kerbal Engineer aboard. Here it is, our tiny little Eve orbiter, and we have got 3 different crafts to rendezvous with. We're going to start off with Doudry's craft. Here we are approaching Doudry's craft. From this distance it looks like a Mark 1 part. And I'm going, how the heck did these guys get this up to low Eve orbit? These parts are not all that heat safe. Nothing like the Mark 2 parts. Let's see what we got here. This looks like a Mark 1 inline cockpit. Yep, and it's home to Doudry Kerman. Okay, Doudry, come out of there and we'll get you back aboard this fully functioning spacecraft. Anyway, let's get enlightened on the subject. That is the Mark 1-3 command pod. It is a lighter pod. It has built-in RCS thrusters, so we've kept the monopropellant aboard just in case we needed it. There's Doudry. Doudry is a pilot, which will be good because we don't have the HECS probe aboard there. We will need a pilot to help get this craft through Eve's atmosphere safely. We are now approaching Julbo's craft, and Julbo looks like that is a Mark 1 crew cabin. Even though the game generated these 3 contracts separately, I wonder sometimes if the game is trying to mess with us, because this and the previous craft looked like they could have fit together in one craft. Let's get Julbo aboard over here. There we go. Get aboard that pod so we can bring you back home safe. There we go. It's a good thing Doudry is a pilot because Julbo is yet another engineer. Doug Kerman must be in pretty good company. We just have one more rescuee to catch up to now. That is Wenlin Kerman. And here we're catching up to Wenlin now. And that looks like, yep, another Mark 1 part. I know the game just spontaneously generates these things, but it's neat to think of the backstory of where these guys come from. I think this was the same craft that just kind of broke apart in low Eve orbit, and these guys have been stranded up here ever since. I don't know, maybe Dinkelstein Kerman's been experimenting a little too much here on the sidelines. We'll get Wendland back aboard here, and we will bring all of these guys back. Just in time for a gorgeous Eve sunrise. There we go. Plus we have our level 3 tracking station, so we no longer need Kerbal Engineer parts on these crafts. Here we are coming down for the descent. We got a periapsis of just below 32 kilometers, and we're going to try to get these guys back relatively quickly. I'm not too worried about where they land, of course, but hey, we got to land somewhere safe. There it goes. It's now up to Dudri and his novice piloting skills to get this craft through the very dangerous upper atmosphere of Eve. We don't have prograde hold yet. Dudri is not a fully experienced pilot, but he'll try his best. Come on, Dudri. The ladies are counting on you to bring them back home safe. We're doing this re-entry at 4 times regular speed. So yeah, after this rescue, I'm going to migrate this save to Alien Space Programs 1.5.1. That moves the Purple Space Center uphill a little bit, because the sea level density is about 6 times that of Kerbin, and the sea level pressure is also about 6 times that of Kerbin, or pardon me, 9 times that. I keep forgetting. So moving the Space Center up to a higher elevation will bring it back to about 5 atmospheres and 5 kilograms worth of atmosphere density, so craft that I constructed earlier will still work. Of course, Eve has that very treacherous gravity. And there we go, Dudri's got a very steady hand on this craft. He's got SAS turned off because aerodynamics has taken over, and this craft will do a very, very safe, well, safe for Eve anyway, re-entry. So yeah, the Purple Space Center is going to get moved uphill in that edition. Where are we? Oh, we're on the other side of the planet from the Purple Space Center. Let's see if we can get an idea of what our slope's going to be like. Any much and it could roll over, but it looks okay. 11 degrees, that should be flat enough to bring these guys to a safe stop. This will probably be the last of the rescues for a while. We got a very large crew of Purple Space Program candidates now. We can send missions all over the place. Plus we have Valentina and Nodlorf and her brave crew up at Gilly. We still have to design a Mark III spaceplane. We still need more research though, so Nodlorf and her crew will be working pretty hard over there getting that research for us. But in the meantime, we'll bring these guys back home safe. Touchdown, and there we are. Barely enough to pay for the craft, but that's okay. I just wanted to make sure these guys got safe before the big environment change. All landed back safe. We will see you guys in episode 31. Until then, I'm not Manly. Fly safe.